Former UFC referee John McCarthy has shared his thoughts ahead of the much-awaited lightweight match between Arman Tsarukyan and Beneil Dariush. He has highlighted one aspect of the fight that he feels could be very important: the fighters' age differences. Here is what he said. Tsarukyan will stand there and bang with just about everybody. He'll use his wrestling when he gets the opportunity. Look, Beneil, I love him. Like I said, he's awkward, creates different angles in ways that are not the norm, and so it takes you out of your normal game that you like to play. It makes you hesitate. I'm not sure that Arman is old enough to hesitate. Age makes a huge difference, let's be honest. Beneil's 34, I believe. Arman is now 26 or 27. That right there, Arman has a confidence in his ability to do whatever he wants, when he wants, and it doesn't matter to him what his opponent does. Beneil is right at that moment that it's starting to change, and he has to figure out, how do I train a little bit different? The injuries I've had. Tsarukyan doesn't have to deal with any of that. It's a different mindset. That mindset, and being that Tsarukyan is younger, it can have a difference in this. Sometimes it can work to the advantage of the veteran fighter, which Beneil is. In this situation, I'm not too sure it's gonna be an advantage for Beneil. Please share your thoughts in the comments section on who you believe will emerge victorious in the fight between Arman Tsarukyan and Beneil Dariush. Daniel Cormier is really excited about the idea of Kamaru Usman and Robert Whittaker facing off in the middleweight division. Cormier believes that this match makes sense for both athletes at this point, and a win for either of them will propel them into title conversation. Here is what he said. I tap all the way into this fight. I think it's a big fight, and I think both these guys deserve to walk to the octagon in massive fights every single time. So if they're not fighting for the championship, they should be fighting championship-level fights. So, I'm all in on Kamaru Usman versus Robert Whittaker. Kamaru Usman suggested that he might continue competing in the middleweight division. In that case, a fight with Whittaker would certainly be a logical choice for him. Jorge Masvidal weighed in on the recent rumors surrounding a potential MMA fight between Deontay Wilder and Francis Ngannou. Masvidal believes that if such a fight were to take place, it would result in complete domination by Francis, with Wilder likely lasting no more than 2 minutes inside the cage. Here is what he said. Wilder wouldn't last 2 minutes. If Francis chooses to take him down, the fight is over, which we've seen that Francis can wrestle. He actually has submissions, we've seen it at the UFC level. I want to say 1 or 2 guys, but for sure he was 1 submission at the UFC level. Wilder is nowhere near the UFC level grappling. So if Francis played it safe and just grabbed his leg and scooped him up and dumped him on his head, what is Wilder going to do? Wilder hasn't been preparing the last 10 years for that. It's a completely different world, you know? I would much rather see them boxing. It'd be much more competitive than MMA. It wouldn't be competitive in MMA. We don't know yet if this big fight will actually happen. There are still a lot of discussions and rules that need to be sorted out. But people are really excited and talking a lot about the possibility of these 2 strong guys facing off in the cage. Sean O'Malley's coach Tim Welch made a bold claim, saying that Justin Gaethje may give Islam Makhachev his toughest fight ever, and possibly even knock out the current lightweight champion. Most people think Makhachev is really hard to beat in the lightweight division, but Tim Welch disagrees with that idea. Here is what he said. Everyone thinks Justin Gaethje would get ran through. I don't think he would. Because they talk about Gaethje, when he fought Khabib, he got there 10 days before that fight and just everything was wrong. Gaethje's a different dude. Khabib said he knew that Justin got there late, and he's been through that time travel multiple times. He knew that was just gonna ruin him. Gaethje now, versus Islam, in Vegas or something. I wouldn't be that surprised if Gaethje knocked him out. Even though the official announcement for the next title shot in the lightweight division hasn't been made yet, The fight between Makhachev and Gaethje is already generating excitement among fans worldwide. Thanks for watching. If you're a fan of MMA, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss an update. Also leave a comment below with your thoughts on today's news. Keep supporting the sport, and we'll see you in the next one.